Okay, folks, so what's going on in Ferguson? There's a lot of strange things going on in Ferguson right now. And maybe it started as an organic event, maybe it was real. And I'm not going to say that it was started from the beginning, but there's no doubt that it was a crisis that they couldn't let go to waste. And there's no doubt that it's a psychological operation, or a PSYOP. Now pay close attention to what's going on there. None of it makes sense. Everyone has questions. Well, what are they doing? They're locking up journalists. They're letting looters loot. They're doing everything the opposite of what they're supposed to do. Now, what's interesting about this is, of course, they're attacking freedom of speech, freedom of press. They're assaulting our Constitution from every angle. Okay, and we all know that, and no one disputes it. But let's be honest about what else is going on. None of it makes sense. The stories that they're releasing, the timing that they're releasing it is out of order. It's backwards. It's forwards. It's sideways. And most of it lacks sense. So what is that? I've seen it before. It's a very powerful PSYOP, and it's for a reason. Okay, anybody that has ever been in the armed forces, especially a higher level of training, especially after basic training, go into advanced individual training, and depending on your skill set, as the importance or the clearance goes up, then they employ these types of PSYOPs. And the reason they do it is because they want to break you down to build you back up. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that's what we're seeing, except they're doing it on a large scale. This isn't just break down the soldier, confuse him, so that you can build him back up again. This is for the nation, not just Ferguson, but for the whole nation. Get everybody scratching their heads, wondering what's going on, make confusion in the street. Now, one of the ways that they do this in basic training, advanced individual training in the military, in any psychological operation like this, is they need full control over the subject, or subjects in this matter. Okay? So one of the things that they do is they sleep deprive you. So it's all times of the day and night, and you never really know what time it is. Any soldier that's been through this kind of training will attest to this. So they try to keep you on edge. They keep you off balance at all times. And the things that they do to you don't make any sense. So, for example, what they also like to do is they'll come into the barracks, rip the whole barracks apart, not tell you what you did wrong, and then you go around scrambling to figure out what you did wrong. Now, all the while, this is basically the Stockholm Syndrome that is being drummed into the soldier's head, because you do everything properly, you still try to figure out what's going on, and they come in and they tear up the barracks again, and you can't figure out what went wrong. Well, after you've gone through enough of that, and you start to create this Stockholm Syndrome where you now, as the prisoner, start to find some kind of love or some kind of attachment to your captor, now you're pliable. Now they can mold you into whatever they want you to, whatever they want to mold you into. So understand that. That's what this is about. This is about molding America into what they want it to be, to break our will, to confuse us, and to give us all Stockholm Syndrome so they can then take control of whatever narrative they're going to throw at us next. Now, we all know where this all goes. They want full control of absolutely everything. That's what the tanks are for. That's what the bullets are for. That's what now the nuclear weapons, biological weapons, and chemical weapons are for. And I'm telling you, and you're not listening, America, but you have to start listening. We are no longer represented by our representatives. Our government has been overthrown. It's run by big corporate interests, the elite, and the banks. It has nothing to do with your vote, with your petition, with your worries, what you care about in your community. Even if they give you one little trinket of hope, one little piece of hope, and they say, see, we care about you, understand that there's 10 things behind that that are going to take it away, and they're going to push further down the road where they want to go. There is no such thing as left-right. There is no such thing as Republican-Democrat. It's time to grow up, America. We're still going down the same road. Things are getting worse. Our country is becoming Nazi Germany. And this is the straw that's going to break the back. So we need to wake up. We need to unify together. We can't let them push us into a fake race war, okay? There is no race war. The only war we have is with the banks, with the elite, okay, with our elected officials. That's the enemy. We all share the same enemy. We need to unite. We do not need to divide ourselves among party lines, among race, around anything like that. We need to join together and face the real enemy. It's time to grow up. It's time to unite.